Today we're going to be looking at 2D and 3D shapes. Now hopefully you had a look at the lesson the other day about recognising and describing 2D shapes, and now we're going to use our 2D shapes to help us with 3D shapes. So the very first thing I would like you to do is go on a 3D shape hunt around your house, and I think you will be very surprised to see just how many 3D shapes you can find. I wonder if you find a lot of the same shapes like I did. So when you've had a look around your house, can you name the 3D shapes that you find? How will you choose to record your results? Now, by results, I mean, if you find lots of the same shape, how are you going to show that? And what could you do next with the data, the information that you collect? How could you represent it all? So pause this and go on a shape hunt. So this is my 3D shape hunt. I couldn't show you all of them, but I found one of each shape that I could find in my house. See if you can name them. So in my house, I managed to find lots of this shape, cylinders. I found candles, I found toilet rolls, I found tubes of things, cans of things. Lots of food things come in cylinders. I found a few of this shape, a sphere. Found a ball that was a sphere as well. I found lots of this shape. Can we name this one? This is a cuboid. You may see it written in some places as an oblong. Okay. I found lots of things that were cuboids, lots of boxes, lots of packaging comes in cuboids because it's easy to fold. Okay. I was quite impressed with this one. Did you manage to name this one? I managed to find a triangular prism. And even more impressive, it took me a while to find this one. Yes. A square-based pyramid. Apparently this is for charging PlayStation controllers. Who knew? So, how many of each shape did I find, and how have I represented it here on the slide? Well, I chose to make a tally chart. Okay. How many spheres did I find? Which shape did I find the most of? Which shape did I find the least of? Okay, so if you have a look at these two columns, we've got the left-hand group and we've got the right-hand group. Okay, what's the difference between these two groups? Have a look at the shapes in each group. What's the difference between the shapes, the 3D shapes in each group? So, in this group, they all have rectangular faces and the same shape at both ends. Okay, so this shape here, this 2D face I can see has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 edges. Okay, which means it is a pentagon. And if that shape has a pentagon at both ends, it means it is a prism. Okay, prisms have rectangular faces. You can see lots of rectangular faces and the same 2D shape at both ends. What 2D shape would this tent have at both ends and this roof? So let's do the same with the other group. If these are all prisms, what does it make all of these shapes? Now here I'm looking at the roof of the house, not the walls. Okay, now these shapes all have triangular faces which meet at an apex, which is the point at the top, an apex, okay? And they would either have a triangular base if there were 3 triangular faces around the side. It would have a square base if there were 4 triangular faces around the side. I wonder what shape, 2D shape, would be on the base if we had 5 triangular sides, 5 triangular faces. And then at the bottom here, just to show you, okay, it's showing you the triangular faces there and the square base. So what shape would that make? If this has 3 rectangular faces and 2 triangular faces at both ends, I wonder what shape that would make. So we've got prisms and we have pyramids. Okay, these are the main 2 groups of 3D shapes. Now I need you to use this to help you with the rest of today's lesson. It will come in useful, I promise. Okay, so for each 3D shape that you found around your house, can you decide if they would fall into the pyramid category or a prism category? And you can use this visual to help you. Did you find any 3D shapes which cannot be sorted? Have a think about why. Okay, let's have a go at the think together. Nice and easy. How many rectangles are there in this picture? Have a think. I can see, let's do it in a different colour because a lot of them are red. Let's do it in green. Okay, I can see 1 rectangle, 2 rectangles, 3 rectangles, 4 rectangles. Can you see another one? See 5 rectangles. That one's being hidden by a square, look. I can see 5 rectangles in this picture, but did you know that a square is a type of rectangle? A square is a type of rectangle where all the sides are the same length. Okay, so are these all 2D shapes or 3D shapes? How do you know? Okay, name these 3D shapes. You can pause this and have a think, or I'll pause for you. Okay, so these are the names of the 3D shapes. Have a think about whether they are prisms or pyramids, and how do you know? Which 3D shapes could you use to print the 2D shapes in the pictures? So let's use the example of this one here. I need a circle, a triangle. What shape would you call this? Look on its side. Use your word mat to help you. Which of these shapes could I use to print these pictures? Okay, and then you can do the same for the other 2 pictures. Okay, so here you can see that Ben draws a rectangle using his cuboid look as a stencil, because each of the faces he has are rectangles and has a square at each end. Is a cuboid a prism or a pyramid? It is a prism because it has rectangular faces and the same 2D shape at both ends. So if you have different examples of 3D shapes, you might want to try drawing around the different 2D faces you can find. When you've done that, I'd like you to get your Power Maths books out, please, and you need to find pages 75 to 77. Oh, that did not do it. 75 to 77, okay? I'd like you to try go all the way up to question 4, but don't worry about the reflect because that's kind of like the shape one you have already done. And when you have had a go, I will take away the screen and you can check your answers. Okay. Don't forget to rag your work when you've had a go, and I'd quite like to see that. If you send me a picture, I'd quite like to see your rag so I know how you feel you got on. You ready for the answers? No cheating. You ready? Ready now? Ta-da! Let me just move this bit up a bit. Okay, you can pause that and check the answers. Okay, your challenge. So Here is one piece of a shapes jigsaw. Okay, you can see that 2 other pieces need to attach to this jigsaw piece. It's a good old corner piece of that jigsaw, possibly. Which 2D shapes could be in the jigsaw? So have a look at the small segments of the 2D shapes you can see. Maybe use your word mat to help you. Which different 2D shapes could be in this jigsaw? Explore how many different variations, so different options, you can find. Okay, so that was our maths lesson for today. If you want to share any of your challenge answers on the blog, you are more than welcome to. I hope you have a lovely day and see you soon. Bye-bye.